Harsh winds batter your face as you move forward, alone, except for your closest friend, Comrade Mittens, a small blue mitten on your hand that protects your face from the snow. As this is only a demo, I have changed the format of this, removing certain things such as a final howler score and the replay value. 𝗘𝗨𝗧𝗘𝗗𝗑's demo throws you in as you play as 10-year-old 𝗖𝗢𝗡, escaping from a labour camp. All she wants is to go home. Snow is all around you, and with each step you start to relax. That is, until a helpless hare is shot by a nearby soldier, making you dodge and run for your life. The interesting thing I noticed and liked about 𝗘𝗨𝗧 was the different ways that you experienced the game. It started off as a 2D side-scroller, jumping and moving things around to make it over trees and larger snowdrifts. The next moment it was set out as a 3D point-and-click game where you have to find particular objects within a room to move forward. Then, snap! It changes again, and now you're in first-person view, battling a snowstorm as you hide behind rocks. While this does sound rather frustrating in theory, playing the game this way did not affect its fluidity, keeping the game's themes, story and atmosphere at the forefront of the game. 𝗖𝗢𝗡 does not utter any words throughout the game. Instead, the game is narrated by her companion, Comrade Mittens, a blue mitten that she wears on her right hand. While the demo didn't delve into it too much, I can only assume that Comrade Mittens belonged to one of her family members that she's no longer with, and he is used to comfort her in times of distress. The developers take their inspiration from diaries of Soviet children who were caught up in the 𝗬𝗓𝗡𝗘𝗘𝗏 program, a program created by Nazi Germany in World War II, where Eastern workers were forcibly deported from Eastern Europe to work in Nazi labour camps, where they were given very little to eat, among other horrors that happened to them. Similar to the Lebensborn children, people who were part of these camps were considered to have questionable loyalty and were ostracised after the war. 𝗘𝗨𝗧 does not beautify war in the slightest, sharing the tragedy of World War II through the eyes of a child. Throughout the game you are given some choices, such as feeding a rat or not, to demonstrate your humanity. Or not. The atmosphere reminds me a lot of this war of mine, always keeping you on the edge as you attempt to return home to your mother country. Overall, this demo was incredibly haunting, and its atmosphere helps create the feeling of being on edge throughout the war. I loved the changes in the gameplay and found that this really helped keep the game fresh, as opposed to being repetitive. This demo holds promise, and I can't wait to see what it is like when it is finished. As it is only a demo, I am reserving my rating at this stage. You play as 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗏, a young 10-year-old girl who has to cross Germany and Poland in order to get to her mother country. During this long journey, you are forced to sneak through woods, hide in ruins, and hide from soldiers. The graphics in 𝗘𝗨𝗧 help set up the dark, gritty world atmosphere, while still adapting smoothly between the 2D, 3D and first-person views. The entrance music was haunting. There isn't much in the way of sound other than the snow and the calming voice of Comrade Mittens as he narrates you through how to survive in the harsh landscape. The game is extremely simple, with using the keys to move left or right and E to pick things up. During first-person mode, you use the mouse to move the items around to open or close something. The story in this game has definitely got me intrigued. I do love a good story game that stays with you long after. I also love how some game developers are helping share said stories and emphasising the importance of these stories from these people.